There's music everywhere, a little old soul beat. There's dancing everywhere. I would tell the whole world, tell them if I could, to add a little song into each life. It's finger snapping good. Pardon me, but you could use it. We're gonna make a little music. You got soul, now don't you lose it. We're gonna make a little music. Everything's gonna be mellow. People just a singing a cappella. Everything's gonna be mellow. People just a singing a cappella. Pardon me, but you could use it. We're gonna make a little music. You got soul, now don't you lose it. We're gonna make a little music. Everything's gonna be mellow. Just a singing a cappella. Everything's gonna be mellow. People just a singing a cappella. Everything's gonna be mellow.
Hey everybody, good evening. I'm Carice with 785 Magazine, and you are at the 785 and ArtsConnect Virtual House Concert presented to you by Poetry for Personal Power. Happy Saturday. I hope everybody is doing well. So yeah, deep breath, right? I don't know about you guys. I just feel like this week is like, just exhale, just deep breath. It's Saturday night. We're going to have fun. We're going to listen to some amazing music, amazing artists, all local. Want to thank Alexander Lancaster from Two Wolf Studio for doing a lot of the recording this evening. And yeah, without further ado, we're just going to get started. So if you've just joined us for the first time, you can watch this on Facebook Live on ArtsConnect Facebook, also on 785's Facebook. You can watch this at 785, all spelled out.com. And you can also watch this on your smart TV, on your Roku, your Fire Stick, or what's the other one? Chromecast. And so you'd go to the Boxcast app and you put it on there and it's all groovy and you can watch it in HD. So without further ado, we have a ton of artists tonight. I took a tour with Zan Pop of the Sabatini Gallery, which just opened. So I've got a little bit of that. Plus we have 3 artists. So I just want to get right to it. So we are going to start off with Damaris. Now Damaris recorded this earlier at Two Wolf Studio located in downtown Topeka and with Alexander. And she's older in life. She says 4th generation in life. And she actually did not pick up the guitar and really start performing until about 10 years ago, so she was later. But throughout her life, she had kept this journal, almost like a songbook, if you will, as a song journal. And, as we do with any journals, we journal. That's the good, the bad, the sweet, the sassy, the ugly, the satire, the everything, the vulnerable truths, if you will. So she's taken that. She's now creating music, and she is absolutely singing her truth. She is raw, she is fun, she is sensual. Like I said, she is sassy, she is everything. She is amazing. She's a woman who rocks, and I'm very excited to have her on the virtual house concert. So without further ado, Damaris.
Hello.
Yeah, let's do it.
How's it going? I'm Damaris, and I am thankful to be here at Two Wolf Studio. get ready to jam out with my friends.
Yes.
So, a lot of storyteller music tonight. This one's going to be about my grandma, who was a honky tonker, and it's really just about her night out, getting ready, and going out. Avon catalogs on her vanity top, and if it was a weekday I could sit and play. But when Friday came along, she fixed her beehive up and put her makeup on. Goodbye, it's good to see you. She walked out the front door looking bonita. My yellow rose of Texas, those words carved in stone, makes me miss your bedside, watching you paint your face from your throne. And when the jukebox played her favorite song, she said, watch this shit, and she started singing along. She said, watch this shit, and she started shimmying away. She cut a rug with her hips this way. She danced the way she wanted to do. She sang the words she wanted to hear. Just money, money became money, money. She twists so good it make you blush, my honey. My yellow rose of Texas, those words carved in stone, makes me miss your bedside, watching you paint your face from your throne. She drank a lot of Coors Banquet, her red lipstick on her menthol cigarette. Here's a quarter, call someone who cares. Her words before Trent hit the air. But what I'll miss the most is the smell of tortillas she'd toast, flipping them on her gas stove. And that's my grandma's home, my yellow rose of Texas, those words carved in stone, makes me miss your bedside, watching you paint your face from your throne, and watching you paint your face from your throne.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Grandma Alberta. Yeah, this next song has got a lot of words in it. It's a true story. I guess I should say that only once but it's called Outlaw Kids. It's about growing up with my dad, who was a pot grower back in like 1978. So this is about my brother and me being taken around by my papa. Raised us nomadic, he grew marijuana, wasn't systematic, but one thing's for sure, all us youngins knew that you kept it a secret, 'cause that's what families do. One day in season, when it's time for harvest, he gathered up the beauties to make some extra dollars, and my brother and me got brand new beanbags for us, full of nature in a trash bag. I wrote music for 20 years before I let anybody hear it, and so I'm now letting people hear it. So this one was written alone like 15 years ago, probably. It's my sad song. It's the first country song I ever wrote. Because I thought, that's how sad I am, so it has to be country, right? And now I'm addicted. It's called It Isn't Easy. When we had a family, yours, mine, and ours, you see, integrated beautifully. But you chose to play independently. Stayed out past 2 or 3, disrupting our unity. That's where the woman in me took the kids, what's left of my dignity. I'm the honored you need to be, without all this damn responsibility. And now I'm standing all alone, holding the hands of my babies, not sure what the future brings, or even the strength I have in me. And it isn't easy. Now I'm thinking of all those years, remembering all the tears, wondering how you can waste someone else's life, because you didn't want to make it right. And how can you be so into you, toss away time like it's nothing new? My kids don't have their mom and dad, and our daughter's too young to remember what we had. So I'll take this time as a time to learn. Remember the sun is a love that burn, to burn, to burn, and truly burn. I won't let that deter me from experiencing life's purity. But it isn't easy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna bend over and take this. Yeah.
Yes. You know what? We'll take this time to like, I'll edit this part out, but
All right.
I told you I was gonna forget something.
Oh yeah. Is that better?
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have been recording, but I did forget to turn the light on, so
That's
now it will just get brighter.
It's brighter. The sun came out. There we go. Okay. So I'm going. So since you can do the edit or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I'll just play
I
this.
cut that part out where I just said that.
Okay. Okay. Now go. All right. So I have another slow song to sing, and I just wrote this one. Just wrote this like 2 weeks ago, and I kept hearing a harmonica in it, and so I ordered them. And this is my first time doing this, so I've learned last week how to play harmonica for this song.
Awesome.
But the future is bright. I'm good with it. Yeah, I think we're going to be new friends. This one's called "Then the Cowgirl Rides Away," and it's about a one-night stand and a silver-tongued fella, I guess I should say, and a girl that leaves, fine, you know. So then the cowgirl rides away. Hold on, figure this. I'm gonna start over. I have to start over because I'm not even doing it in the right timing. So I gotta figure the timing. Sorry.
Totally fine.
Okay. Then the cowgirl rides away. And oh, your beautiful mind makes me defenseless when I hear your divine. And the way you use words breaks down and it lures my heart to give you some time. So right here where we stand, give you this moment to be my man. What would it take to last more than a day? I don't know, there's too much at stake. So take what you get, I'll make you feel so legit. And in the morning, I'll leave with a kiss. Not leaving, feeling a miss. And hey, and don't get me wrong, and there's a deep-sea permission for us to be one. And it's the best way, it seems, to protect you and me, and still get what we long. So take what you get, I'll make you feel so legit. And in the morning, I'll leave with a kiss. Not leaving, feeling a miss. So take what you get, I'll make you feel so legit. And in the morning, I'll leave with a kiss. And not leaving, feeling a miss. Thank you.
Yes.
So my name's Damaris. Thank you, Tools, for having me over here. I really am enjoying the company, and it's a beautiful studio, so
So glad you're here.
That's my time.
Is it true?
Yeah, thank you.
Yay, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Damaris. To get more information about her, to check out her music, to buy some of her music, to see upcoming gigs for her and any of the artists featured tonight and featured in the future, you can go to 785 allspelledout.com. It's actually live.785 allspelledout.com if you want to go like the direct route there. And we've got artist bio pages for all of the artists that we have featured on this house concert. So I'm Carice with 785 Magazine, and I want to thank you guys for joining us for the 785 and ArtsConnect virtual house concert, which comes to you live every Saturday at 9:30. And I want to give a huge thanks to Alexander Lancaster from Two Wolves Studio and Artist Den, who recorded earlier Damaris, obviously, that you saw. I like that you didn't cut out some of the things. P.S. If anybody's ever done this stuff is hard. Like, it is not easy unless your name is like Gary Pyland or, you know, some of these other local people that just do this stuff amazing. Dave Euler or Steven Spielberg. This is so difficult. So really, kudos, good job. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you lending the beautiful art space and letting the artists come there and record so that they could be part of the house concert. If you're just tuning in, there is a little donation button. You'll see below. If you're on Facebook, you can actually just donate straight on Facebook. And just wanted to bring that out. Anything that you feel is appropriate or you can give, you know, between $1, $5, $10, $100. I'll figure out if you want to give $500. That money goes directly to support the artist. So it helps support the artist about 80%, and about 20% kind of helps with this stream and back end. So all of these performers have obviously lost gigs, multiple gigs over the last 6 months, and will continue to lose some. And so it's our way of being able to not only connect with each other and have art and poetry and music bring us together, but a way that we can support those artists. To date, we have featured, this is our 21st concert, we featured over 50 local musicians, poets, artists, and on average, we've been able to pay about $75 per artist. So I want to give you a big round of applause, and I want to thank you as well. So, our next artist that we have coming up, so I was really hoping actually that we would get an invite to the KC House Concerts, which is this house concert series that books musicians all over the world, and it's produced by Chris Winsky. So I thought, what better way than to have him on our house concert, then we could get invited, right, to maybe one of his house concerts. He was down at Two Wolves Studio earlier and recorded, and bringing up just the thing about it being difficult, there was a few hiccups with the recording. So I spoke with him, and he is actually going to be featured next week. With him will be Jasper Shrake Quartet and also some other really amazing performers. So we have done a quick little switcheroo, and we want to thank Jacob B. Hodges for jumping in and being, I don't want to say on call, but being able to jump in and be here tonight. So that is who we're going to go to next. And if you're not familiar with Jacob, Jacob is a singer-songwriter. He's been on one of our virtual house concerts 18 weeks ago or so. But he's a local musician, obviously, and he's a champion for local musicians. He has been a part of, led multiple jam sessions. He's been in multiple bands, but he is always, lifting up other musicians and helping bring them to the forefront. And so I personally want to thank him for doing that. We have 2 songs, and I did find out that he did a third, which kind of took him over our time tonight. But the third was my favorite, so the third is going to be on next week. So we'll have one more of Jacob then. But without further ado, Jacob Hodge, and this is again live, recorded earlier now from Two Wolves Studio and Den, located in downtown Topeka. Thanks for being here.
Well, how's it going, 785? Here pre-recording in the Two Wolves Studio. Glad to be here again for another one tonight, instead of doing some of my songs, I was going to play some songs that kind of were early inspiration for me. And this first one is by an artist called Tony Luca. You definitely look him up. He's very Googleable. You'll find out. But this song is called Death of Me, and I remember seeing it when I was just learning how to play guitar, and it was like too hard to play. And years later, got better and went back to it, and I was like, man, I bet I can play that, and I could, and it was such a big accomplishment to be able to measure that growth. So this is Death of Me.
Someone who's I on myself all alone, begging, darling, won't you come back home? 'Cause we just might be meant to be. You just might come back home. I held my breath. You'd be the death of me. Promise you never leave me. Never seem to come and go. You find yourself someone else. I find myself all alone, begging, darling, won't you come back home? As long as you say, hey, love me, yeah. Forever take too long. I held my breath. You'd be the death of me. Yeah. I held my breath. You'd be the death of me. Yeah. Okay, so this next song is written by members of the Stevens family, which is my best friend, Dustin Stevens, the youngest, or at the time he was. His older brother basically got us doing shows. He did shows, he was a songwriter, and he'd let us get up and sing a song or two, and then ended up sharing a whole stage with him and splitting the money. But he was an amazing songwriter, and I learned all of his songs really early on because, one, I didn't really know too many songs. I was just getting
play and everything. And this song, Den of Thieves, was one of the first ones that really caught my ear. And he sat down and taught it to me. And yeah, so I'd like to play it for the Stevens family. Apparently, it was a collaboration amongst his family members that wrote this. That of Jimmy Gooden, I believe. So the song's called Den of Thieves.
Yay! I freaking love Jacob Hodge. I love. So, I'm Carice with 785 Magazine. This is the 785 and ArtsConnect Virtual House Concert brought to you every Saturday night at 9:30. I was trying so desperately to get it recorded, and I wasn't able to, so hopefully I'll be able to share it with you guys maybe towards the end. But it was really cool. WIBW reached out to us this afternoon, and Isaac Forrest did a interview with Alexander Lancaster from Two Wolf Studio in downtown, and also came here, met Garcia, my dog, and myself, and did an interview helping promote the house concerts. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to pull their stream into our stream to stream. And for some reason, I had it ready to go and it wouldn't let me backtrack on their stream. So I think I've recorded it and maybe I can share later. But we want to give a big thanks to WIBW for their support always of wonderful things that are happening here in town. Thank you for joining. If you're just joining us again, 785 and ArtsConnect Virtual House Concert coming to you every Saturday at 9:30. I'm Carice, the owner of 785 Magazine. Also want to give a big thanks to Poetry for Personal Power. They have been a huge supporter of these events since the beginning for 21 weeks. Matt Spezia has performed several times. He's the regional director of the program, as well as they've just helped us support this platform and support the artists. One of the things that we ask is that you take an evaluation at the end. So I put a little link into the code things down there for that. Hold on, I'm gonna take a sip. Sorry. In that. So if you guys would take the evaluation at the end, what Poetry for Personal Power does, and I'm going to shamelessly plug, because the latest 785 magazine's out, which I'm really excited about, and we have an article, about Poetry for Personal Power. So you can read that online or pick up an issue and learn more about them. But, they kind of ask the question or make the statement that, everybody deserves to live in a community where they're able to learn, to grow, and to be heard. I concur with that. And so what they do is they connect the arts with people that, with all of us, to help build healthier communities, to help us realize that a lot of the things that we might be going through emotionally, mentally, our well-being is temporary, and that we can use those things to be transformative, and we can help each other and we can build each other up. Alexander, actually, I believe, is one of the featured artists from Poetry for Personal Power as well. So definitely take a look, learn more about them, thank them for their support, pick up your latest 785 magazine and read the wonderful article about them, as well as all the other amazing articles that are in there. So thank you again for joining. What we have left for this evening, I'm going to go ahead and do our third performer, and then we'll do our tour and a inside look with Zan Pop at the Sabatini Gallery. So our next performer is Reagan Zagan. He's a trans non-binary singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist performer from Topeka. Loves to play, has produced many different kinds of music and art throughout the years. Currently modeling, producing music, and performing art in the Kansas City region. Again, you can go to live.785allspelledout.com, learn more about this particular artist and all the artists featured tonight and in the past. Pick up their stuff, contact them, all that goodies. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over once again. I think I mentioned it at, Two Wolf Studio. Alexander did a house concert takeover, if you will, which I love. So performed earlier at Two Wolf Studio, which is where it was recorded, and then now presented to you for the first time. And then after that, I'm going to take you on a private tour that I got to take on Tuesday with Zan Pop of the Alice C. Sabatini Gallery at the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library. Thanks for being here and enjoy. Reagan Zagan with Markland James. Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you to not only them, but to Jacob B. Hodge and also Damaris for performing this evening. We still have a tour left with Zan Pop at the Sabatini Gallery, but I just wanted to mention that I love all three of these artists. Thank you so much, Alexander from Two Wolf Studio, for commandeering, for taking over the house concert tonight. I feel like all three of these artists, not only authentic, but they really do speak their truth. And I have no doubt that music and art have been transformative for them, have been an outlet, have been a way for them to not only find themselves, but to also tap into that truth and be able to express it and share it with others. And so I just want to thank you for being vulnerable and for being, entertaining and for just being in general. So thank you to Poetry for Personal Power for always being a sponsor of the 785 and ArtsConnect Virtual House Concert, brought to you every Saturday night at 9:30 p.m. virtually. This is our 21st show. So I really encourage you to check out when we're done. Go to live.785.com, all spelled out, or you can go to 785 all spelled out and find it. We have I'm not talking very well today. We have artist pages up for every artist that has performed, so you can learn more about them. You can buy their music. You can see their own live streams. If they're doing stuff virtually, you can book them. I would love that. Support them and learn more about them. You can also make a donation to this show, which helps support the artists that you've seen tonight, in the past, and in the future. And you can learn more about ArtsConnect, about 785 Magazine, and also about Poetry for Personal Power. Huge thanks to Alexander from Two Wolf Studio. Of course, it was First Friday Art Walk yesterday. So I don't know what the guy was thinking by taking over today, but if you haven't been there, please go check it out. It is an amazing, amazing art collective. So obviously featuring, it changes. They have some members that have been members for a long time, and sometimes look at new members, but they always have an amazing variety of art that you can look at, that can speak to you, and that you can purchase. And you should purchase. I've purchased some and very happy about it. So without further ado, thank you guys for being here. Again, I'm Carice with 785 Magazine, and I had the opportunity to meet Zan Pop, which is like the best name ever, by the way, and we talk about it in the interview. She gave me a kind of, VIP personal tour of the Alice C. Sabatini Gallery, and it just has been renovated. So the library is celebrating 150 years this year. The gallery has been around, but it has, I can't remember exactly, but I do know that it has one of the oldest collections of art here in Topeka. And they just had some renovations, but they didn't get to have the big balloon and cakes and, hoopla. And so they're just now open, and I wanted to give kind of an inside look since it is First Friday weekend. So here is Zan Pop from the library. Enjoy.
We have since COVID's kicked in. We can't really touch a lot of things. We're being told, wash your hands, don't touch anything, don't touch your masks. But we clean the surface after every use, and so we have two of these, we call them Mondo pads. Basically, it's a huge touchscreen tablet / computer. Right now, this system lets you play, like you just saw we were doing oils. You can also do watercolors, you can do pencils. But then we still have some good old-fashioned kind of, as I call activities. These are sheets of plexi. And you can use a dry erase marker,
Oh.
and you can actually, using you've got, and then, so this is, you finish the troll, so using the grid system to figure out what's missing on the troll. Over here, we have the castle is missing, so you can rebuild. But this idea that, you can use the technology, which is great, but there is something about just that good old-fashioned pen to paper.
Right.
And because it's really simple, you just clean it off, and then once our patrons are done, we wash them down. So we're trying to do the best we can in this COVID time to share the art experiences.
Right.
Here we'll do hands-on activity, exploration in the arts, the messy, beautiful art creating will happen in here. Because of COVID right now, we're limited to 4 bodies at a time, but right now we are doing fish. The flying fish that you see in the window is the activity. It can be done in the space or it can be taken home. So we understand that some parents might not want to be in the space to do the activity, so they can take it home. We want to make sure that everybody can explore the arts with us. But you'll see it has a great setup for what this new maker space will be for us.
Absolutely.
We're volunteers for many years. Jerry has been with us for umpteen years, but he's listened to us all the time talk about this future in the gallery where we could actually do art space. We could be wet, we could be messy, we could create for all ages. And we used to have it in a small little office in the back corner, and this is what we've always thought about. Wonderful windows that punctuate into the space so you can actually see what's happening, a lot of wonderful light. We actually have different configurations for this space. This lovely glass wall, this box that we're in right now, can become the whole length of the gallery, so it becomes a large rectangle. Or if we need it for an exhibit, the whole wall retracts into this compartment, and we gain almost 3,000 square feet of gallery between the two spaces.
Wow.
So we have about 500 extra square feet with this new remodel.
Right.
And it opens up. I mean, when you
Right.
come in, you just come in, the space opens up into this bright, airy gallery. It no longer feels kind of forbidden.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
Exactly.
we always talk about the Sabatini Gallery being this wonderful jewel in Topeka, but it's almost kind of a hidden jewel, because when you come to the library, you're thinking about coming for your books or your videos or your programs or your computer use. And the library has always had an art collection, always had this wonderful exhibit space, but now it's even grander.
Right.
It shows off the collection, it shows off what we want to try to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, in the new
Those are good.
COVID, gotta have our masks.
I like those, yeah. Well, okay.
We wanted to take the summer reading theme, which was all about how to tell a story, this idea of storytelling. And the plan was to have 4 different worlds that you would physically explore, like you do for a lot of our exhibits. And you would kind of feel like you're under the ocean, or you're in a castle, you're in a mountain. When COVID hit, we had to do a quick turnaround, and everything went virtual. So we took objects that are in the collection, we turned them into activity pages, we had story starters, we had how to make books, how to make puppets, finding ways to keep the exhibit with storytelling theme all summer long. So each week a new quest was done. This physical exhibit, since we were able to open on the 19th of August, we took all the objects that we had created quests and stories about, that we had thought would be great backdrops for some of these environments, and put them on display. So you are seeing the physical objects that helped us create our virtual exhibit this year.
Now, are the virtual, pieces still on your wonderful website? If
Yes,
people, so they can absolutely, as somebody who just dealt with the first day of school, we can take a field trip out, and then we can do some things, right?
So it will live on the website as a current and past exhibit. Each world that you go to will have the 4 different quests, as well as there's a carousel of images across the top of each world of all the objects that we chose. And some of the pieces that didn't make it into the final exhibit are also on display. So yes, as a parent or a teacher's aide, or a kid looking to kind of build on their at-home schooling this year, there definitely is resources there. I think it all comes down to kind of how we view the arts.
Right.
It's always seen as sometimes as an elective, as something you do as an afterthought. But you're right, I think that we're all tinkerers, we're all creative types, whether it's literary work, musical work, whether it is we're using your hands to make something, even making bread. I think it's this idea that we need to get away from this idea that art has a specific meaning and it has to be this framed piece that goes on a wall, and realize that actually art is this creative energy that's inside of you. And so if you don't use the word art, that's fine. But we're creative beings. I mean, we need to communicate. We need to be able to express ourselves. And whether it's through ceramics, painting, videography, text, photography, baking, knitting, sewing, gardening, paint. Yeah. I mean, it's this idea that we're expressing ourselves, and we just need to realize that actually that is an artistic form.
Right. Well, and I believe, Sarah from ArtsConnect and I have said it just over and over again too, that, even with these, like, when all this hit and we started these kind of house concert stuff, it was like, the arts are what really, get us through and connect us and save us. And it's not in my opinion, it's not an elective thing. It's not,
but it takes a time like this to get people who are uncomfortable with their creativity or uncomfortable with, who don't know how to respond to art, that's this mindset of like, yes, I don't think it's an elective either, but there is this mindset of, I need to study math, science, literature. Art is an elective. It's this idea that it's an elective that you can choose to study it, and if you don't choose to do it, then therefore you don't have any of the talent. But you do, because you need to understand art to be able to put together a molecule. You need to understand art and patterns to do mathematical fractions. Art is such in our bones. Think about literacy. Your first words, you're not seeing on a page, you're recognizing a shape. It's a chair. A chair isn't spelled C-H-A-R. No, it's an object.
It is literally the chair. Well, and that's like they say you can read these things and you can you take away letters, right?
Yes.
And we still comprehend and read it because it's absolutely shapes.
It's your visual literacy is what we start with. We start with pictures, we start with shapes, we start with colors, and then we start putting words, numbers, ideas, and then you get to a red ball can only look one way, it can't look the other way, or a dog must look this way, not. Then we start to put these controlling parentheses around everything. And that's not what the arts, at a time of global pandemic, how we're expressing ourselves through signs, we're expressing ourselves through masks, we're expressing ourselves through writing, through text, through quotes, through music. We're finding ways to let whatever that energy inside of us is, whether it's positive or negative, come out. And that's what the arts is. It's this idea of putting a visual to a feeling. That's what you guys are doing.
Yeah, you can. You said it better than I ever could, which is why
I think that's why I love having an art collection in a museum inside a public library. Because we are all about taking all of the sciences and arts and smushing them together. So all of your literacy is found within this building, from your traditional literacy to your visual literacy to your musical literacy. Everything's in one house, and it's a one-stop shop. Like, we go to Target, we all get stuck into Target, right?
Right.
You're not sure why you're there.
Yeah.
But think of the library like Target. You come in for that one object,
And
and you leave with a cart full. So when you're coming in for that one object, that one book, that one audio, that DVD you can't wait to see, take an extra 5 minutes and swing into the art gallery and see how that kind of changed your day.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's very approachable, it's interactive. You guys have, will you talk a little bit to me real quick, not to switch gears, but I'm looking, so I am familiar with Mary Hunt Tomb.
Yes.
These all these from your permanent collection, I believe.
Yes, so the library has over 10,000 objects in the collection that
Right.
we have here. And everything on display is the library's permanent collection.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a small, itty-bitty fraction of what
Right, we have like a Pablo Picasso right here, right? We have Aaron Douglas, I was just getting, I mean, I just noticed, I stopped right here because I was drawn and I recognized the Mary Hunt Tomb, and I'm like, oh, is this the like who's who wall? I mean, it's seriously, but it keeps going.
No, so our library, people forget about this, is that as a card-carrying member of the Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library, you have access to amazing works of art at your fingertips. Now, unlike a book, you can't check it out, but you're welcome to come and look at it online, look at it in the gallery. This Aaron Douglas actually is one of our newest acquisitions.
It's beautiful.
We acquired it just before COVID hit, and we are really excited to have this. And we thought, this is part of our castle.
Yeah, it works.
And it works quite nicely next to the Picasso as
Right.
well. We are, unlike a lot of museums or unlike a lot of gallery spaces in Topeka, we are open 72 hours a week. As long as the library's doors are open, we are open.
Got it.
Of course, that was different during COVID because we weren't open. But
Exactly.
But now that we are kind of trying to get back to what our world looks like, we are back up and running. We will be closed for 3 weeks at the end of September while we prep for the next exhibit.
Switch over.
Yes, so these walls move.
Okay,
just
so
like
this
they
is
did
literally because I'm going to 4 different worlds.
We
I have 2 weeks to come experience the 4 worlds
Yep,
in here.
you have until September 20th, that Sunday at 9 p.m. to
Right.
come in and experience 4 separate worlds. When we reopen again in October, the walls will look different, the space will look different, the art will be the staff's artwork, and then we'll have the community
In the community
exhibit
piece
up
of
front.
different. So cool, it's just beautiful.
And it really is 2 separate spaces. You might also
Yeah.
notice too, as that you walk through, you actually have this beautiful archway now. It used to be that
Yeah.
tight doorway, so you can even social distance.
Yeah, exactly, and I was gonna, I love it. Yeah, this is great.
And we use a little bit of mix of the book arts, the 3-dimensional art, the 2D art. What's also different moving forward is that we have a variety of staff in here. So it's not just the gallery staff, it's also the public youth services staff and the public services staff. Everyone getting a chance to kind of explore this new space and realize that, once again, art is for everyone.
Right.
So let's get everybody in here.
Wonderful, I love it. Personal question.
Yes, ma'am.
You have the most fabulous name, and I'm sure you were told this all the time. Is this your given name, or did you give it to yourself?
So actually, no, Zan is my given name.
Uh-huh.
My parents, so I was born, I'm a 1976er, so I'm right in the cusp there.
Okay.
I was born in backwater bayous of Louisiana.
Okay.
So my parents wanted a name that had no gender. So
Oh.
they were not hippies, but they were on the cusp. They were very liberal thinking. And so my father was teaching set design, and the play they were designing for was Little Foxes.
Okay.
And the main character is Alexandria, but her father and her have the nickname of Zan. So Zan is my given name. Rebecca is my family middle name, so if I never liked Zan, I had a female,
A name.
a name to fall back on.
Right.
And then, although I've never not liked it, it sucked as a kid because I could never find like the
Like the
70s and
keychain
80s,
or the shirts or
they
whatever.
never had the barrette with my name, none of that stuff.
There was no carisses,
So
I
I
promise
was-
you, I gotcha.
So for a long time, I would actually, whenever anybody was having a baby, it was like, Zan's available. You could name your child Zan. And then Pop is my married name, so that's my husband's.
Right.
So that's where I get this kind of superhero name.
It is. I mean, I know I cannot be the only one, but yeah, I love it.
There's many that have said that. So, but then we found out that Zan is Sanskrit or ancient or Old Persian for woman. and it's Etruscan for number 1, for the numeral 1.
So it is a superhero name.
It's a superhero. So,
I said, I feel like you were destined to either be a museum curator or a rock star. Like those were the only 2 things that you could
since
be.
I can't sing, I guess we got to go.
So we had to go here. No,
No, so it's
that's interesting. Yeah.
And I think that's the beauty of art too, is that you have to talk to somebody. Like,
right.
Art is a communication between you and the piece of artwork. The artist always has wonderful things to say, but sometimes I think we get so hung up on what the artist is trying to say, we don't actually look for ourselves and start to dive into what we're seeing. Still lifes and abstracts, people kind of go, okay, well, I see blue and I move on. But the more you sit and look, I actually discovered in this piece, I see a face. I see a female face at the bottom down here, a softened, kind of creamy, brownish.
Oh.
Do you see it?
Okay, so what I first noticed, I love abstract. So
Yes, yeah.
when I go right to it, I first see these birds, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, kind of up top here, like these flocks and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But if the female face, if I see where you are, and now I can almost see different, but down here,
Well,
you
there's
see
that
kind
one.
of this, and then over
Then
here, right?
Right here. Almost like kind of looking down. You've got this like chin.
Oh,
Sort
how
of.
do you know?
And then if you kind of come up from here, see the nose?
Yes.
You come up and then you get this kind of abstracted bun.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Do you see she's kind of
yes.
looking down?
And so she's got birds. She's nesting
Yeah,
her
the
hair,
birds are
right?
there.
Her hair, right?
But so it's,
Ah.
once again, it's about this idea of
Beautiful.
just taking time to look.
Right.
Not worrying about what this.
Yeah, so
it's important
well,
to know
no,
what
and
it
then
says.
you can see what they say, about
It's called
this.
the shadow between the points of measure, which
So maybe that was the point of
I
them,
don't
was
know.
the shadow and the,
I don't know, but it's like, I think that sometimes we get so tied into what we're supposed to read and gather, we forget to look.
Right. And then at the exploration, even just the 30 seconds that we took to share with each other what we saw, and went, oh, and we saw a new perspective, right?
And I saw the birds that I hadn't seen until you started walking up, and I was like, oh, I see them. So it's,
Yeah.
once again, art can be a quick experience, or you can take the time to slow down and have a conversation that could only take 30 seconds. That wasn't even 30 seconds.
Right. No, probably not. That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much for
you're
taking
welcome.
the time. I love this, and we will absolutely, everybody needs to come here. They got 2 weeks, and then they come see the next show. And of course, I'm thrilled to see, the staff here of Topeka County
Yes.
Public Library. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Zan Pop from the Alice C. Sabatini Gallery and Topeka Shawnee County Public Library. Blah, I cannot talk today. I want to thank her for taking the time to spend with me. We actually spent like double that time. I know it was a lot. I didn't really spend much time editing it down, but I just thought she had so much wonderful things to say about art and about the connectivity, and being that it's first Friday weekend, I thought, why not? Thank you all for being here so much at the 785 and ArtsConnect Virtual House Concert, coming to you live every Saturday at 9:30. We've got another great lineup next week, so you definitely want to check that out. Huge thanks to all of our artists this evening. I want to thank Damaris. I love it. Come sit by my fire. I was going to put the fireplace on, but it's too hot out right now. But you were smoking. It was an amazing, amazing set. Jacob Behaj, I freaking love you. You know this. I think you're absolutely amazing. And I am a new raving fan of Reagan, and also Markland James, who performed together. Awesome job. Thank you, Poetry for Personal Power, for being a sponsor of these shows. Please take a moment to take this evaluation. There's a link. It only takes 30 seconds, but it helps get funding to Poetry for Personal Power, which helps also kind of fund events like this. An enormous thanks to my dear friend, Alexander Lancaster from Two Wolf Studio Artist Den in downtown Topeka. You all are amazing. Check on your people, stay safe, have some humor. And I'm going to end the evening with another artist who performed at Two Wolves, the amazing Nate Dingham. Damaris and Nate have performed together. See, everything's just all one big circle. But I absolutely love this song. It's absolutely fitting. I'm stuck here inside. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much, loves.
I look out my window, and what do I see? A sky full of diamonds winking at me. Billions of people, I feel so apart. I sit at a table alone like a star. You see that the light is on, but I'm stuck here inside. The world's moving right along, but I'm stuck here inside. The night is so heavy, my feet are like lead, and I'm hearing voices that might be in my head. Just give me a signal to keep going on, 'cause I'm using time up that I haven't got. You see that the light is on, but I'm stuck here inside. The world's moving right along, but I'm stuck here inside. Look out my window, and what do I see? A sky full of diamonds winking at me. Billions of people, I feel so apart. I sit at a table alone like a star. You see that the light is on, but I'm stuck here inside. The world's moving right along, but I'm stuck here inside.